Good afternoon, everybody. How is all my wonderful subscribers and viewers out there doing today? I hope everybody is having a wonderful day. It's Nikki D, and welcome back to the Nikki D channel. Today, we're going to be doing the 2024 College Football Top 25 Week 8 show, where we give you the top 25 based on the AP poll that dropped earlier today. And let me know, who do you think should be in the top 25 that's not there? Let me know down in the comment section below. Don't forget to like the video, share the video on social media, and smash that subscribe button so you can be notified when I drop my next video. And without further ado, let's get to number 25, the Navy Midshipmen. Navy is on a bye this week to rest and recoup, but they are currently undefeated on the season, 5-0 for Navy, and things are only looking up for Navy as they could be in the rankings for a bowl or maybe a national college football championship playoff spot too. Number 24, Michigan Wolverines. Another team on this list. I believe there are 6 teams on this list this week that have a bye to rest and recuperate. Michigan, one of those teams. They did get upset in their last game by Washington, so they're definitely going to have a lot to prove going into the second half of their season. They are currently 4-2 on the year and looking to bounce back in the second half of the season. Number 23, Army. Army is out here already bowl eligible, and their only way to go now is up. They played UAB, and they beat them down 44-10 to get to 6-0, and Army could definitely be making some noise in the rankings in the college football playoff come November, so definitely look out for Army. Number 22, the Illinois Fighting Illini. Illinois just barely survived this weekend after going to overtime with Purdue and walking out with a 50-49 victory. Illinois definitely has some question marks on the defensive side of the ball, but offensively they're looking great. They are 5-1 on the season, and if they could keep winning, who knows? Number 21, the SMU Mustangs. The SMU Mustangs are the third team on this list this week to have a bye, but they are 5-1 after upsetting Louisville last weekend 34-17, and they're definitely looking to make some noise with a stout running game and not a bad defense over there for those Mustangs. I really think that they can make some noise come November. Number 20, the Pittsburgh Panthers. Pittsburgh had a home game this weekend as California Golden Bears came to town, and Pittsburgh just barely surviving with a 17-15 win, but they still are undefeated on the year, and they finally cracked the top 20. Pittsburgh 6-0. Number 19, Missouri. Missouri jumping up 2 spots after going to UMass last week and coming away with a 45-3 victory. Really, I believe it's their last non-conference game of the year, so they'll be able to really take on that SEC schedule and see how they fare in 2024. But in week 8, number 19, they're 5-1. Yep, Missouri. Number 18, Mississippi. The Ole Miss Rebels falling down 9 spots from last week. I believe this is the team that fell the most spots out of any team in the top 25 that stayed in it, as they had to go to Baton Rouge to take on number 13 LSU, and they ended up having an overtime thriller where they came up short 26-29. Mississippi 5-2 on the year. Number 17, the Kansas State Wildcats. Kansas State went on the road this week as they were at Boulder and had to face Shedeur Sanders and the Colorado Buffalo. Travis Huntley for the Buffs had a big game, but Kansas State out here proving why they belong in the top 25, walked away with a 31-28 victory. Kansas State 5-1 on the year. Number 16, the Indiana Hoosiers. Indiana already having a bye this week as they are the fourth team on this list to have a bye. They get a week to rest and recoup. And sitting in the Big Ten, they are definitely looking like they could get a college football playoff spot. Already bowl eligible at 6-0, and the sky is the limit in the second half of the season for the Indiana Hoosiers. Number 15, the Boise State Broncos. Boise State this week was on the road out of the continental United States to take on the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. They walked away with a 28-7 victory thanks to a stout running game, as Boise State could definitely be making some noise. That 5-1 on the season for the Broncos. Number 14, Texas A&M. Texas A&M, the fifth team on this list to have a bye. We have one more coming up later in the video. So they got a week to rest and recuperate. Their only loss so far this season was to the Notre Dame Fighting Irish in week 1. After that, they won 5 in a row up to this point, including a huge upset over Missouri last week as Texas A&M number 14 at 5-1. Number 13, the BYU Cougars. BYU is out here showing the world that they can win and they can win big. They hosted the Arizona Wildcats this week and they did not disappoint. BYU 41-19 on the beat Arizona as the Cougars are 6-0 on the season. Number 12, Notre Dame. The Notre Dame Fighting Irish have won 4 straight now, as this weekend they were at home to play Stanford, and in South Bend they beat them down 49-7. And the Fighting Irish proving their loss to Northern Illinois last month was a fluke, and they are 5-1 on the season. Number 11, Tennessee. Tennessee is 5-1 on the year after they went at home against Florida and they survived. They were down 10-0 in the third. They came back to take the lead. Florida tied the game to force overtime, and Tennessee prevailed in overtime in a thriller, their closest game of the season, to rebound after their loss to Arkansas on the 5th of October, as Tennessee is 5-1 on the year. Number 10, Clemson. The Clemson Tigers, another week, another handling of business. They went on the road this week as they were at Wake Forest, and Kate Klubnik showed out with the Tigers. They beat them 49-14. Clemson, another one of those teams that have won 4 or 5 games in a row now. Their only loss was to Georgia to start the year, as Clemson is 5-1 on the year. Number 9, the Iowa State Cyclones. Iowa State is, in my opinion, America's story right now, and they are out here proving that they can win on a regular basis. They went to West Virginia this week and walked away with a 28-16 victory. The Cyclones are bowl eligible now as they are 6-0. Number 8, LSU. LSU jumping 5 spots this week after having a home game against number 9 Mississippi in an overtime thriller. The Tigers upset number 9 Ole Miss 29-26 as LSU is back in the conversation at number 8 and 5-1 on the year. Number 7, Alabama. Alabama is 5-1 on the season, and they barely survived their rebound game. They did lose to Vanderbilt on the road last weekend, but this weekend they survive at home against unranked South Carolina, who almost beat Alabama, but the Crimson Tide beat them 27-25. Number 6, the Miami Hurricanes. The Miami Hurricanes are the final team on this list to have a bye this week. They got a nice week to rest and recuperate after last weekend, clinching bowl eligibility with a come-from-behind win at Cal. And Miami, 6-0 on the season, will definitely be looking to make some noise in the second half of the year. Number 5, Georgia Bulldogs. The Georgia Bulldogs came out and did what they had to do this week. Carson Beck came out, played well, and Georgia getting a nice the second win in a row. After beating Auburn last week, they come in and beat Mississippi State 41-31. Georgia 5-1 on the year. Number 4, Ohio State Buckeyes. The Ohio State Buckeyes are the highest ranked team on this list, not only with a loss, but with a loss this week. They went on the road this week at number 3, Oregon, and lost a nail-biter 32-31, as Ohio State only falling 2 spots, and they're 5-1 on the year. Number 3, Penn State. Penn State went to USC this week and almost got upset. The Trojans kept up with the Nittany Lions. This game ended up going to overtime, but like I said, they almost got upset. Penn State with the game-winning field goal in overtime to beat USC 33-30, as the Penn State Nittany Lions remain undefeated at 6-0. Number 2, the Oregon Ducks. The Oregon Ducks out here proving that they can hang with any team in college football, as they hosted number 2 Ohio State and walked away with a 1-point win, 32-31. Oregon surviving as they're 6-0 on the year. And number 1, the Texas Longhorns. The Texas Longhorns this week renewed their Red River rivalry with number 18 Oklahoma, and they were down 3-0 at the end of the first quarter, but Texas put their foot on the accelerator, 34 unanswered. The Longhorns won the Red River shootout 34-3 to get to 6-0 on the season and the top-ranked team in the nation. And that was the 2024 College Football Top 25 Week 8, based on the AP poll that dropped earlier today. Who do you think should be ranked that wasn't mentioned in the top 25? Let me know down in the comment section below. Don't forget to like the video, share the video on social media, and you made it all the way to the end of this video, go smash that subscribe button so you can be notified of when I drop my next video. And if you want to see some more of me, Nicky D, then go check out another one of my videos, because I got hours of content that'll keep you entertained well into the evening. With that being said, I hope everybody continues to have a wonderful day. I'm Nicky D. This is the Nicky D channel, and I will see all y'all beautiful people next time. Bye, y'all.